The Bobby Wagner sweepstakes is over. The Rams win it, and the national sports press gets it completely wrong. Oh, he signed because LA loves star power. Oh, Bobby Wagner wants to beat the Seattle Seahawks twice a year. They're both wrong. I'm going to give you sports analysis that nobody else will. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos. It is April 1st, 2022, and there's a reason that I'm broadcasting this one late at night. There's two reasons, actually. One is that I'm going to be in an airplane when I post this at 9 a.m. And the other one is that somebody overdosed at my Des Moines hotel down the hall. Look, man, I may not know everything about drugs. God knows I don't want to know everything about drugs, but I do know this. If a police officer is slapping you in the face, screaming, open your eyes, there's either two things. You're either faking being dead so you don't get thrown in jail, or you've overdosed. I didn't do it. If you like the content we've been putting out, by the way, for the last month, and by the way, we added a couple of subscribers yesterday. Thanks for joining in. Feel free to clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notifications bell. Hit that. And oh, by the way, please share this. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And comment. I am not God. I don't know everything. Before we get to news and notes and the main topic, a quick check of the scoreboard. Last night, the LA Kings went to a shootout. They defeated Calgary 3-2. Calgary leads the division. This pushes them closer to a playoff berth. Can't say the same for either the Clippers or Lakers, though. Utah beat the Lakers last night, 122-109, and Chicago needed overtime. They beat the Clippers 135-130. Meanwhile, you go to tonight, the Clippers and the Lakers play again. 5 o'clock, Clippers take on Milwaukee. 7:30, the Lakers take on the Pelicans. LeBron James, not playing tonight. Third game, he has a hurt ankle. But Anthony Davis might be coming back. It's kind of interesting. Before we get to the main topic, Dodgers notes. Did you know that at a spring training game yesterday, Texas Ranger fans were booing Dodger catcher Will Smith? Because, you know, if you squint, you just get them both confused, right? Hey, is that the one that Sean Hannity said slapped his wife? We should boo that, shouldn't we, Clem? I'm confused. Is that the guy from The Fresh Prince? I can't tell. And Will Smith followed up by hitting a triple. So there's that. USC, there's another change that's going on that some fans may not like. And to be honest with you, I might be one of them, not sure. If a player does something great, they are going to get something called a gold plate decal on the helmet. Now, is this decal just for the practice helmet, or is it something that's going to make USC look like Ohio State out there? No idea. Not sure. But let's be real. We all know why we came today to talk. The Rams have signed Bobby Wagner to a 5-year, $50 million contract. I don't care about the money. I don't care about the length. I only care about why. And the national sports press all night long has been giving you the exact wrong reasons. ESPN, NFL Network, whatever. They're all wrong. The Rams made a genius move. And here's why. It has nothing to do with star power. They don't care. They already have stars. It has nothing to do with beating the Seattle Seahawks. This is a direct hit against the San Francisco 49ers. Here's why. Bobby Wagner's scouting reports, which I have been reading over the last couple of days, he contains the outside zone run. He contains perimeter runs. He is a reliable wrap-up tackler. He makes tackles from one end of the field all the way over to the other. And what does that mean? Well, who was the number one rushing team in the NFL last year? The San Francisco 49ers. They had over 2,000 rushing yards last year. They were only one of 2 teams that managed that. They were led last year by Elijah Mitchell, 963. And if you watched the Rams play the Niners a couple of times last year, you noticed Deebo Samuel, despite being a wide receiver, went nuts. Deebo Samuel led the running game a lot of times against the Rams. So no, this is a direct attack, because if the Niners try to rush up the middle, Bobby Wagner's already there. If they believe Deebo Samuel is going to get the ball. And Deebo Samuel was running over Rams defenders last year. Reliable wrap-up tackling who stops the run from one end of the field to the other. Now, if you look at the NFC West right now, there's the Rams. You know the Seattle Seahawks have just torn down their team, so they're not in contention. Arizona's one-dimensional. They're passing all the time with that USC style offense, or whatever the hell it's called, air raid. But the one team that gives the Rams fits year after year is the San Francisco 49ers and their running game. They beat them 6 times in a row until the NFC title game. So no, this has nothing to do with that, with star power or selling jerseys or tickets. This is about getting 2 extra division wins for home field advantage in the playoffs. It's brilliant. Kudos to Les Snead, because all this time they have not been looking at inside linebacker. They just put like decent tacklers in there. Now they get an elite one, and it specifically is targeted against their biggest rival. It's genius. You think about it. All 3 levels of defense. You got your defensive line, you've got your linebackers, you got your defensive backs, and you have an elite athlete now at all 3. You have Aaron Donald on the line. Obviously, everybody knows about Aaron Donald. Bobby Wagner, the linebacker, and Jalen Ramsey in the backfield. There is no part of the field that the Rams don't have an elite person potentially defending. So where do the Rams go from here? We're going to talk a little bit about that. This is from the Turf Show Times, a website that's dedicated, a blog that's dedicated to the Rams. They wrote something that I thought was really intelligent that I wanted to share with you. Because all this time, the Rams have been trading first-round picks away. They've been trading a lot of second-round picks away. They don't have a first or second this year. They have a third. And so they sat there and they wondered, what are the Rams going to do? And they came up with an answer by looking through Ram history with Les Snead. The Rams will go for the best player available. They tend to prefer offensive skill early. And then the mid to late round picks, what they do is they try to pick a position for a free agent. Not a free agent now, but a free agent for next year. Okay? Now, I think this year they're going to adjust that. Because if you look, their offensive skill positions are set. They don't need another Matthew Stafford. They have that guy at quarterback. They're set at running back with Cam Akers. Their wide receivers are terrific. Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson. So no, they don't need another. Maybe a tight end. Maybe, but there's nothing wrong with Tyler Higbee. No, skill, they're set. So I think basically this upcoming draft is not about this year's team, but who's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. So who are the 2023 free agents for the Rams? Well, they're going to need 2 backup quarterbacks, possibly. They probably need a running back, a backup running back, backup tight end, backup inside linebacker, backup edge rusher, or starting edge rusher, because obviously they didn't go out and replace Von Miller. 2 safeties, 4 interior defensive linemen, and maybe 3 offensive linemen. So to me, yeah. And even on the interior defensive line, they might have already solved that problem, because they drafted Bobby Brown III last year. He's a run stuffer. So if Ashawn Robinson or Greg Gaines take off, they'd probably just hand that responsibility over to Brown. So they have 8 picks coming up in this draft. How would you go? Well, to me, I'm sitting there saying I probably want to solve, if I can, edge rusher, defensive end. Then I would probably work on either the offensive line or defensive line, a running back, and definitely a punter. Remember, they allowed Johnny Hekker to leave. So there's not a whole lot of fires for the Rams to put out now. I mean, you might have been sitting there going, oh, I really want Odell Beckham Jr. back, but I don't think there's any way to rework everybody's contracts to fit both Bobby Wagner and Odell Beckham Jr. I think, look, I liked Odell Beckham. I thought he was fantastic. But I think the Rams also have plenty of skill. They have plenty of skill on offense and game changers at every level of defense. I will take that and thank Mr. Beckham for his time. So no, they made their choice, and it's a choice I agree with. The Rams are set. I'm not predicting a Super Bowl, but no. If you're a Rams fan, you should be absolutely overjoyed at what Les Snead has been able to accomplish. Because we thought we were going to lose Aaron Donald, didn't we? Or there was a good chance of it. Nope. Now understand, if you like this broadcast, I'm very thankful for it. Feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel. We produce videos every single day between 9 and 10 a.m. West Coast time. I'm James. Thank you for watching. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. I'll see you Saturday. Good night.